This is Bob with Fast and Furious. Satyamev Jayate is on my left. And here we go. What do we have here? Won't repeal farm laws, let Supreme Court decide. Government hardened stance. And what do unions say? We are getting into a constitutional crisis. What if these unions and the farmers just don't leave even if the Supreme Court says so? Unions won't end protests even if Supreme Court says so, says farmer leader. Here's interesting, and I think this, and I think it is probably the right time, if at all, the Supreme Court has to be challenged by the farmers, because the Supreme Court, as I've told you, acted in a duplicitous way, as Rekha Sharma writes, a blind eye to justice. Given farmers' protest, the Supreme Court should have suspended implementation of farm laws till it heard the matter, and it did. So the fault lies with them. Now that, as I believe, what's happened is a lot of chatter is coming back to BJP, I'm being told, and that's why they're hardening the stance. But let me see, whoever they're getting their opinion from, folks, since it's a Bania party, it ain't really getting any opinions from the ground level up. So let's just say this again, it's an echo chamber going to the top because the top doesn't want to hear anything different. So everybody's just saying, oh, we've got a good stand, we're standing tough. I think it'll be a far from a mistake, right? And what do the farmers say? Will prevail or die. Farmer stocks fails again. What's happening in Karnal? BKU to oppose Khattar's visit to Karnal tomorrow. And as like Rekha Sharma was writing, he says in an open letter to the farmers, alleged that those stopping trains at the borders when the situation in Ladakh is challenging cannot be farmers. Perhaps the minister needs to know that most of the soldiers he's referring to may well turn out to be the sons or the relatives of the farmers. And this is something that Tomar, Piyush Goyal, who have absolutely no spine, their sons would never serve in the army, they would never even spend a day in hard toil, should realize before they start negotiating with the farmers and putting them down. Okay, now here's a guy who wants to be the next prime minister, but his state continues to slide down the slippery slope. Moradabad, teen out of danger, police frame rape charges after row. 12-year-old girl raped, guess where, in UP again. But what is it? And I said, women wearing the BJP and saffron cloak are, their agenda is not to protect the liberation of women. Their agenda and definition of women comes from Manu Smriti. As you see it here, NCW member blames Badoon rape victims for going out in the evening. I think if she had not gone out in the evening or was accompanied by any child of the family, perhaps this incident would have been avoided. Who says this? Amazing, interesting. Chandramukhi Devi, okay. But thank God, Badoon rape murder, priest sent to 10-day judicial custody. He should be put in jail without his keys thrown away. But Allahabad High Court continues to fight back. Nobody can interfere in peaceful life of two adults, says Allahabad High Court. And this, like I said, this jihad law is only about nailing Muslim men and Dalit women. It says 79 of 86 booked under new law are Muslims. And as a prime accused in Badoon rape case, murder case arrested. And once again, the same thing. Nobody can interfere in peaceful life of two adults of Allahabad High Court. But look at what's happening in Karnataka. Bride price. Casteist policy is cloaked as a favor to women. Hear this, guys. This is amazing. The Karnataka government claims it wants to help impoverished Brahmin women. One would think that it wants to address their actual disadvantage, their marginalization on account of poverty and gender. Instead, it cares about their one axis of advantage, their being and staying Brahmin. The state has unveiled two financial aid schemes, one for Brahmin women to marry and another for them to marry priests specifically. The caste system rests on controlling marriages, whereby caste purity is maintained. The state is now offering money to keep Brahmin women within the caste fold. If any proof was required of what this government's all about, maintain caste purity, and continue the anti-minority agenda. But this, from what we've seen in the United States, you think India could have a blowback too. Not every, people on the top in an echo chamber very rarely get the truth from the bottom. And the social media which helped Trump has finally nailed Trump. Anti-social media, social media platforms blocking Trump is mere headline hunting. So but look at this. The person after Trump got blocked, who is the only one who has come out against it in India? Malviya, the BJP IT cell head. What if the same media nails and shuts down the Indian right wing. Folks, that's what he's afraid of. That's what we should be doing. Cheers.